Hello guys, it's Kayla back with another video for your fashion, makeup, and skincare tips. I am, however, not a licensed esthetician. I am going to school, however, to become a licensed esthetician. This is all just for fun. And in today's article, we are looking at skincare horror stories. Why I did this, I do not know. But this is from skincare.com, and apparently it's by L'Oreal. Did not know that. And it says, our editors share their scariest skincare stories. So let's get right on into it. So this first one is a spray tan nightmare. Maybe more embarrassing than scary. But when I was interning in college, I got to be the team's guinea pig. At a time it was great, testing out makeup and playing with accessories, and other times not so much. No. Sorry, I'm not using my computer, so, because my mother is using it. Thank you. And when I asked to, let's see, play with the accessories, and other times not so much. Like when I was asked to go try on a new spray tan service. This is back in the day when spray tans made you look burnt orange, not bronze goddess. But I was oblivious to this and just assumed I would make so happily rush to the fancy hotel in New York where they set up the trial. When I arrived, I saw a bunch of beauty editors who I both recognized and admired, sitting in the living room, waiting room, and somehow I volunteered to go first. Confession, I'm the most modest person ever when it comes to showing skin. So when I was instructed to strip all the way down to a pair of disposable undies, I all but wanted to shrivel up and melt into the floor. I swallowed my pride, followed the instructions, and stood there in front of these strangers who sprayed down in 10 or so minutes, and then I went back into the bathroom to get dressed. I expected to see this version of me I saw at the end of summer. I admired was not actually the best at wearing sunscreen back then, but instead I looked like I had rolled around on orange paint. I peeled my clothes back on, and I walked back out into that room of fabulous beauties who saw me and took on made excuse for why they couldn't try it out themselves. I had to get all the way back to Queens, riding the subway with my bag of at-home spray tan samples, which made it more embarrassing as I streaked up the horrible town with my stress sweat, and I had tears the entire ride back. Thankfully, I was able to wash off most of the mistake, but to this day, I won't go for a spray tan because I still have nightmares. Oh, that just sounds bad. Alright, this one. Hairy situation. A few years ago, a friend of mine vacationed to Cabo San Lucas. Probably said that wrong. Yeah, that's who I am though. Beknownst to her, she picked up a slight tan. She wore sunscreen religiously, and the faint glow was barely visible to the naked eye. Doesn't sound too bad, right? Well, a week after her return, she scheduled a routine laser hair removal to target the baby hairs on her face. Before the procedure, the esthetician asked her if her skin is tan at all, which she replied, no. Big mistake. And she failed to inform the esthetician of her recent sun exposure. The setting on the laser machine were not adjusted. As a result, her upper lip suffered from discoloration, which now resembles a mustache. More of the story, don't get laser hair done removal when your skin is tanned, or if you've been exposed to the sun without protection. This could be a chance for you that your skin picked up some color without you realizing it, and always be upfront and honest with your esthetician. They're not there to judge you on whether or not you wear sunscreen, but rather to make sure your latest session is safe without any negative side effects. Yes, they're not there to judge you. They're just there to do their job. Just be honest. Alright. A sunglass and sunscreen mishap. When I was about 12 years old, my school and I had a field trip to a local park. Since 12 is generally the age where people experiment with style, I decided to wear these big sunglasses that made me look, in my mind at least, really cool. Unfortunately, what I forgot to wear was sunscreen to my face. It got completely sunburned by the end of the trip. What's worse is that the effect to look cool, I had to keep my shades on the whole time, so there was a perfect outline of sunglasses on my face. I look like a raccoon, and to this day never wear sunglasses on sunny days for too long, or forget to wear sunscreen. Yes. Now, you probably do want to wear sunglasses because your eyes in the sun, it can affect your eyes, obviously. If you don't think you need someone telling you that. But, yeah, and it sounds like what happens to my father. He went to a baseball game and he got really burnt on one side, and then it was like symmetrical, it's just pale white on the other. So, that's not like him. Oh, only 2 left. Okay. Spritz. Right before beginning the job, I began to clean my room out of nervous energy that the night before I was moving around my bedroom so frantically that I was intending to spritz my blankets and sheets with lavender-scented fabric spray. I turned the nozzle the wrong way and sprayed the bottom of my face instead. Mind you that my face is extremely sensitive and allergy-prone, especially when it comes to floral-scented products. Within minutes, my left cheek broke out in a cystic acne and a rash, so I had to start my first day as a beauty editor with an itchy face, uneven tone, and unflattering rash. Fun. Eat. I mean, fragrance can sensitize your skin, but if you do have sensitive skin, yes, that can definitely happen. Especially with that much scent. Like in those spray thingies. Yeah, that can happen. Let's see here. Last one. Facial gone wrong. At 18 years old, living in New York for just a few months, I had more than idealistic views about the city. I thought you could go into any restaurant and the food would be outstanding, or you could walk into any store and the clothes would be pristine, or you could walk into any spa and get the best treatment of your life. However, I soon learned that that was not the case whatsoever. I was walking down an unfamiliar street one Saturday and I saw a huge sign that boasted the best facial in New York City. I thought then this was a good of a time that I need to get a facial for the first time. I haven't looked up anything that I should have beforehand, like how to prepare for your first facial, how to take care of your skin after facial, or anything about the place I was walking into. After going through the hour-long process, which included a lot of pain, I was thrilled to finally be done. However, little did I know the worst pain was soon to come. After I left the spa, my skin continued to bleed in multiple places. I initially believed this was normal, however, I learned that I should not have been bleeding after I left. The next day, my skin was bright red almost everywhere. I knew breakouts could sometimes happen after a facial, but the blemishes on my skin looked more like welts. I was in pain for about a week and a half until my skin finally started to feel normal again. To the surprise of no one, the spa I visited had received terrible reviews and ratings. Now I know to always do my research before an obvious treatment or procedure done. Always do your research, whether it's skincare, where you're walking into, because no, you are not supposed to be bleeding after facials. If you are bleeding, they did something wrong. Because you should not be bleeding. Your face should not be bleeding. And you should not have welts on your face. No. And, yeah, so, anyway. Those were not, like, the worst things I thought they were gonna be, but, yeah, I guess that's how it is. I do really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week with 2 brand new videos.